me for another flight. Today, we're lucky to be able to take this recently restored Bf109K-4 from here to an airshow that is going on just a few miles to the northwest of us. This will be a short flight, but we'll be able to take it up and do a few exciting aerobatic maneuvers. The K-4 is really the ultimate evolution of one of the most famous World War II fighter aircraft. It packs a powerful engine and is reasonably maneuverable. It climbs really well and is great fun to fly. So without further ado, let's get this aircraft started, and I'll run you through what I'm doing as I do it. So first of all, I'm going to turn on these circuit breakers to my right here, and that's everything from the radio equipment to the ignition system, batteries and lights. You see the navigation lights on the wings are now on, and we can hear things starting to come to life in the cockpit. I'm going to turn on my oxygen. We probably won't need it because we're not flying very high today, but always good to have it on. This switch here governs the radiator flaps as open, automatic and closed, and we're just going to put it on open for now while we're on the ground so the engine doesn't overheat. Next, we're going to switch the magnetos to both. They provide the spark to the engine. Fuel pump to both. Give it a couple pumps on the hand pump, and we're just going to check, yes indeed there is fuel registering on the gauge, so we've got fuel to the engine. Our fuel level is good. Got a full fuel tank. And I'm going to crank the throttle, check that it moves, that's good. And I'm just going to push it up slightly. I'm going to push forward trim on the elevator. And I'm actually just going to close this gun sight because we're not going to be needing that. When they restored this aircraft, they really wanted to get it to look exactly like it was when it was flown during the war, so it includes all those features. And that's just about everything. We'll unlock the artificial horizon once we're lined up with the runway, and we'll do our checks then. Okay. The way this aircraft starts is a little different to other ones. Kind of similar to the FW190 we flew last time though. So there's a hand cranked inertial flywheel that I'm going to have to get the crew chief to come over and crank up for me in a minute. I'll ask him in a sec. And then I pull this red lever here on the left to engage the flywheel and crank over the engine. So we'll do that now. I'll get him to start cranking. And I can hear it starting to crank up now. I'm going to hold the brakes down. Okay, they're ready for me to go. Check left, check right. Check the props are clear. And here we go. pressures are coming up. Oil pressure's good, fuel pressure's good. Yeah, we look good. Let's close the canopy. And let's taxi to the runway. Let the brakes off. Throttle up a little bit more. And I'll lock the tail wheel actually. Cool, let's turn right. Turn left. And we'll just hold short here. I'm just going to spin the aircraft away like this. And while we're facing this way, we're going to do a run-up check and check the magnetos. So we're going to run up to 1500. 1700, that'd be fine. And let's drop it down to 1. There's the drop. Back to both. And down to 1. Yep, that's good. Let's check prop pitch control. So this little clock gauge here on the right, this is showing the current pitch of the blades. And if I press the down pitch, you see it moves. And the prop RPM just on the left of it also moves. And that is nice and correct. I'm going to check automatic control now as well. So I'm going to switch to automatic prop pitch. And it works on its own. See, it's moving all on its own there. And switch it back to manual. And we'll advance it to full. For takeoff. Okay. Let's go flying. Check right. No traffic. Check left. No traffic. We're good. Lined up. Just gonna line us up a little better actually. Let's go left a little. There we go. That's better. Hold it on the brakes. Unlock the gyro, the artificial horizon. There we go. Automatic flaps. Temperatures are good. That's set. We're gonna check our elevator. Aileron travel left and right. Both sides are good. Elevator, both sides is good. And rudder, left and right, we're all good. Let's go. I'm going to throttle up to 1.4 ATA on the takeoff. So here we go. Actually, we'll throttle up to 2500 RPM. Switching to automatic prop control now. And it's a good solid climb. Gear up. Lights are out, so gears in travel. Red lights on, gear is up. And throttle to 1.4. smoothly. And start a left turn and we'll climb. So the airshow is being held at Krasnodar City. We can't quite see the airfield yet, but it's over there, near the city. I think that's it's over there to our 10 o'clock. So we'll just set up this way and we'll just keep climbing for a bit. Now this aircraft comes with a water methanol injection system. It's called MW50. It was used during the war, and basically by the use of water methanol mix sprayed into the intercooler, it acts as a coolant and also an anti-detonation agent, and that basically allows the engine to run at a much higher boost level without basically blowing itself apart. So I'm going to turn that on now, and this means that, okay, this is what we're running at the moment, is basically our maximum continuous setting without damaging the engine. This is max power, but with MW50 I can go full power past this, and we'll see a fair few hundred horsepower gain. So there's the airfield there. So we've got about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So let's turn left, and we'll do one very high speed run, low level, with MW50. And we may use MW50 a few times in some of the climbing maneuvers to give us some extra airspeed. And before we start any maneuvers, I'm just going to check, yes, our oil pressure is good, our temps are good, and our fuel pressure is good. I received clearance prior to this that I can turn off my lights, my nav lights, for the display, purely to give the viewers a more thematic view of the aircraft. Back in World War II, they wouldn't have been flying with their lights on in combat. So we'll, I think that's this one here. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so there's the, if we look over here, so there's the airshow line on the left. All the aircraft and people are lined up over there. So we're going to try and keep in line with the runway, be just for safety. Okay, so we're going to roll right, and we're going to fly down and do a low level pass. I'm just going to throttle back while we're in this dive. Okay, here we go. Here comes the MW50 now. Right up to 1.8 atmosphere boost, so quite a lot more boost. Look out the left window, there's the crowd. Okay, and we're going to do an Immelman to start the display. So straight back, straight back, straight back, 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 and roll level. Back to 1.4. There you go, that's an Immelman. Okay, now we're going to do a half Cuban, so full power, MW50's on. Back we go, up and over, looking back over the back of the sea. Come back, 45 degrees down, hold it, roll level, pull out the dive, back to 1.4. We're going to do a just gentle diving turn down towards the runway. And do another low pass. There we go. And we'll just do some snaking turns so they can get a nice view of the aircraft. And up we'll go for another Immelman. And just some slow rolls. Now we're going to do an Immelman, and then we're going to do a split S. Full power. Up we go into the Immelman. Here we go, rolling over onto the back. Holding it. I'm gonna hold it. And here we go. Splitters. Roll right. I'm gonna do a right turn. Climb up. We'll do a right turn and we'll dive down again. And we'll fly past at low level. And then we'll do one more. We'll do a half Cuban and then we'll leave. That'll be the end. So here we go. It's a diving right turn. A little bit of turbulence down here. Down 45. Roll level. And pull up. Cool. And that's that. And hopefully the people down there enjoyed that little show. Like I said, this is the first aerobatic display that this aircraft has done since the rebuild. So, short display, but hopefully impressive for the people down there. And now we're just going to fly back past the city of Krasnodar to our airfield over there on the left. Okay, we're gonna throttle back to idle. Just gonna bring our speed down. Get it down below 300 so we can start putting the flaps and the gear down and stuff. So we're just gonna snake right. And we're gonna line up for the same runway that we took off from. And this aircraft does not slow down very quickly, so I gotta give it a little bit of time to slow down. Okay, here we go. There's 300. Gear's going down, lights out, travel. Green lights, gear is down and locked. A little bit of back trim. And I'll start lowering the flaps. And it takes a little while. There's a hand crank down the bottom left, so we gotta wind that flap down. 20 degrees of flap sounds about right. Touchdown, we want to be about 180. We're approaching 200 now, so we'll just feed in a little bit of power. Just to keep us a little bit faster as we're approaching. I think that little bit of wind has died down now, so it shouldn't be too bad on the landing. Alright, back down to idle again. Okay, it's 200. Gonna flare. There's 180. A little slow, but not too bad. Here we go. Gently brake, gently brake. And welcome back. Back down to earth. Let's take this turning here on the left. Just some left brake. Little throttle to get us turned. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Let's bring those flaps back up. Check our temperatures. Everything's fine. Let's go park where we were parked earlier. I'm just gonna wind our prop pitch back to full. And forgive me, but it's getting a little hot in here, so I'm just going to open the canopy. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I feel the air coming off the prop. That'll cool us off a bit. Past a turboprop aircraft. I think that's being used later today. All these aircraft lined up here are going to be doing displays later on today. So there's the FW190 we flew last time. That's a Spitfire, yeah, P-51. It's a bit far, listen to me. Oh dear. And there's a couple of MiG-21s. Very popular aircraft around here. Okay, here we go. Here's our stop. Left brake, bit of throttle. And there we go. Let's wind this flaps right back up. Cool. I'm going to open the red flaps. Turn off the oxy. Just gonna let it run for a minute. Actually, just like let it idle for a second or two. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the engine stop lever, which is a fuel cutoff, and then I'm gonna hit the electrical kill switch. So and there we go. Back down on ground. So again, thanks for joining me on this flight. I think our B-51 that we flew in the first video has had its turboprop conversion finished, so someone here wants me to fly a MiG-15 down to that place. So I'll the next recording I'll do will be a MiG-15 flight down back to, I think it was Sukumi. And then we'll pick up the TF-51 and do some test flights with that. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.